Good afternoon, dear children. I hope that you have completed the test that I gave you. So today we will start studying a new topic, places of interest. And in our lesson, I want to tell you about the most interesting and important landmarks of London. Let's start with the most popular, Big Ben. Big Ben is one of the most famous landmarks in the world. It is the clock tower. The name Big Ben is often used to describe the clock tower. That is part of the place of Westminster. Officially, Big Ben does not refer to clock tower, but instead to the huge 13-ton Great Bell, located at the top of the 320-foot-high tower. Big Ben is situated on the bank of the River Thames, on the north side of the Houses of Parliament in Westminster, London. Okay, I hope that it was interesting. And the next one is the Tower Bridge. And I want to tell you about a few fascinating facts about the Tower of London. Tower Bridge is the most recognizable bridge of the River Thames and is often mistakenly referred as a London Bridge. So the bridge was officially opened on July 1894 by the Prince of Wales and his wife, the Princess of Wales. It takes 61 seconds to open Tower Bridge, which opens about 1,000 times a year. Tower Bridge is the only bridge over the Thames that can be raised, and it is a combined bascule drawbridge and suspension bridge. This means that the middle section of the bridge can be raised to allow river traffic to pass through. The bridge was officially painted a chocolate brown color. Then in 1977 it was painted red, white and blue for a Queen's silver jubilee. Okay, and the last facts, it will be there have been several instead on the bridge over the year. In December 1952, the bridge opened while at number 78 double-deckers, but was on it. Okay, the next landmark, it will be Tower of London, and I hope that is the most interesting landmark. So the Tower of London consists of a group of buildings surrounding the main tower, the White Tower, all protected by 2 rows of ramparts plus a dyed moat. Inside there was royal dwellings, but also backed guard rooms, defensive tower, and so on. Nowadays, 2 buildings are of great interest to definition towers and so on. The backs have been converted into exhibition halls for crown jewels. And the White Tower, which contains museum pieces of great interest. The Tower of London has a national and international influence as far as it is known as a representation of the British power in the world. It is especially known to the British themselves as the source of the independence of the nation. So I hope that this is the most important and the most interesting landmark in London. So I want that you know these facts about the Tower of London. The next our landmarks is the Houses of Parliament. Houses of Parliament, also called Palace of Westminster, in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, the seat of the bicameral Parliament, including the House of Commons and House of Lords. It is located on the left bank of the River Thames in the Broad of Westminster, London. Sir Charles Parry designed the present building in the Gothic style. Construction was begun in 1837 and late in 1840, and work was finished in 1860. Okay, the next one is the Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace has survived as the official London residence of the United Kingdom's sovereign since 1867, and today in the administrative headquarters of the monarch. So Buckingham Palace has 775 rooms. These include 90 state rooms, 52 royal and guest rooms, 188 staff bedrooms, 92 officer and 78 bathrooms. Do you know it's very big palace and a very interesting palace. Okay, the next one is the Westminster Abbey, formerly titled the Collegial Church of St. Peter as Westminster, is the large, mainly Gothic abbey church in the city of Westminster, London, England, just to west of the Palace of Westminster. It is one of the United Kingdom's most notable religious buildings and the traditional place of coronation and burying site of English and later British monarchs. This building dissolved in 1538. Between 1540 and 1546, the abbey has a status of a cathedral. Since 1860, the building is no longer as abbey or a cathedral, having instead the status of a Church of England Royal Peculiar, a church responsible directly on to the sovereign. So this is це ще одна це ще один малюнок цієї церкви, в якої коронувалися всі монархи. And the next one is the British Museum. The landmark the British Museum was established in 1753, largely based on the collection of the Irish and scientist Hans Sloane. It first opened to the public in 1759 in Montague House, on the site of the current buildings. In 1973, the British Library Act 1972 detached the library department from the British Museum, but it continued to host to the new separated British Library in the same reading room and buildings at the museum until 1997. So, in 1997, the museum is a non-dependent public body sponsored by the Department of Digital, Culture, Media and Sports. And at this National Museum in the United Kingdom, it changed. So the next one is the London Eye, and it's called the Millennium Wheel. It is observation wheel on the sound banks in the River Thames in London. It is Europe's tallest cantilevered observation wheel. So the structure is 165 meters tall, and the wheel has a diameter of 120 meters. When it opened by the public in 2000, it was the world's tallest Ferris wheel. Its height was surpassed by the 160 meters. Star of none change in 2006. The 165 meters. Though the London Eye used to offer the highest public viewing point in London until it was superseded by the 245 meter high observation deck on the 75 floors on the shed, which opened to the public on 1 February 2013. The London Eye achieved the western end of Chapel Gardens. So, on the Sound Bank on the River Thames between Westminster Bridge and Hungerford Bridge, based Country Hall in London, Borough of Lambeth. So the next one is Trafalgar Square, the beautiful square in the London. And Trafalgar Square is public square in the city of Westminster, central London, built around the area formerly known as Charing Cross. Its name commemorates to the Battle of Trafalgar, the British naval victory in the Napoleonic War over France and Spain that took place on October 1805 on the coast of Cape Trafalgar. The site of Trafalgar Square has been a significant landmarks of since the 2nd century and officially contains the King's New. This is the most of the beautiful square in London. So the next landmark is Dame Tussauds. Is a wax museum in London. It has smaller museum in a number of other major cities. It was founded by wax sculptor Mary Tussaud. It used to be spelled Madame Tussauds. The apostrophe of is longer used. Madame Tussauds is a major tourist attraction in London, displaying the waxwork of famous and historical figure, as well as popular film and television characters from famous actors and Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Okay, the next one and the last one is the St. James Park. Is the 23rd hectare park in the city of Westminster, central London. It is at the southernmost type of the St. James area, which was named after a Leipzig hospital dedicated to the St. James the Less. It is the most early of the near continental chain of parks that includes Green Park, Hyde Park, and the others. The park is bounded by Buckingham Palace to the west, the Mall to the north, Horse Gate to the east, and Birdcage Walk to the south. It meets Green Park at Queen's Gardens with the Victoria Memorial at its center. Opposite that, the International Buckingham Palace at St. James Palace is one of the opposite sides of the mall. The closed London Underground station and James Park, Green Park, Victoria and Westminster. The park is great and registered of historical park and gardens. So I hope that you will enjoy this presentation and так, перейду на українську мову. Тільки що, щоб всім було зрозуміло, так, ви прослухали нову тему. Я це озвучувала на початку нашого уроку, так, на англійській мові, що в нас тема з вами – це історичні місця, так, місця, які можна відвідати. І я вам розказала про деякі історичні пам'ятки, споруди в Англії, так, самі такі відомі, популярні, які можна відвідати, які б вам сподобалися. Отже, я спеціально все вам розказувала на англійській мові і буду розмовляти з вами тільки виключно так. Це я зараз вам трішечки перекладаю, щоб було всім вже зрозуміло. Отже, я сподіваюся на те, що багато з вас зрозуміли, про що йшла мова. Отже, я хочу ще раз нагадати і звернути увагу. I want to tell you a point on this one. Ще раз. This one landscape. The Tower Bridge. Ще раз порозмовляємо про лондонський міст, тому що, як на мій погляд, я вважаю, що він та ще Біг Бен – це саме популярна так, пам'ятка в Англії, де дуже-дуже багато туристів. Також ще біля Букінгемського палацу, але там також. So, I want to tell you that the bridge was officially painted a chocolate brown color. Then in 1977 it was painted red, white and blue for the Queen's silver jubilee. So, the next one is the Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace has served as the official London residential of the United Kingdom's sovereign since 1867, and today is the administrative headquarters of the monarch. So, отже, щоб підвести підсумок нашого з вами онлайн-уроку маленького, так, хочу нагадати вам, щоб ви виконували ті завдання, які вам скидаю, а ще, щоб ви ще раз продивилися цю презентацію, прослухали її ще раз, тому що це, як на мій погляд, дуже важлива інформація, яку ви маєте запам'ятати. І ще я хочу вам дати таку пораду, продивитися або в Ютубі, або, якщо ви знайдете там на Фейсбуці, так, деякі я вам скину посилання на деякі фільми про визначні пам'ятки, визначні місця та споруди Великобританії, та не тільки Великобританії, а ще й інших міст, країн і так далі. Отже, наша тема була з вами Places of Interests, так? Наша з вами нова тема. Ось її назва Places of Interests. Отже, підводячи підсумок, я сподіваюся, що ви мене зрозуміли, що вам було дуже цікаво та дізнатися щось нове, так, про нові місця, нові споруди. Отже, до побачення, любі діти!